Good morning and happy Father's Day. Let's get this out of the way, shall we? My mother gave me this hat yesterday. Kay, the man, the myth, the legend. She gave one to my brother too. Funny, huh? My daddy, he's been gone almost 2 years. He'd have worn this with boldness. I'm a Kay, and he'd give you some big old hug. I wear it with a little more reservation, but it's funny, huh? Walking around with your name on your head. Um, Happy Father's Day to all you dads who are watching this. I wanted to just offer a couple quick thoughts this morning. Um, I love being a father, and I've been a dad 13 and a half years. I'm not a perfect dad, there are none of those, but there are really good dads in the world. And I love being a dad, and frankly, I feel like I'm really, really good at it. Well, my kids say I am, my wife says I am, and I feel that I am. Whatever good means, I feel like I'm winning as a dad. But every time I admit that or say that, I have this little voice in the back of my head like, you shouldn't do that, you're not allowed to do that, that's braggy. But you know what pushes me over the edge to speak boldly about having strengths as a father and doing well as an engaged dad is when I look around at the friends that my kids have relationship with that come in and out of our house on a regular basis, and how few of them have fathers that are engaged and present and in their lives. And I can just see their hunger. They come for touch, for hugs, for affirmation, for inclusion. And so makes no earthly sense then for dads who are on the scene and engaged and involved to then stay quiet and hold back with some false humility. We need dads that speak up. We need dads that model what it means to be a faithful shepherding father and not stay quiet about it. And so I shall not stay quiet. I want to offer three things this morning that I think make me an effective father, that I love doing and enjoy doing well and try to do each day, okay? And maybe that'll help somebody listening. Number one is what I'll call affection or affirmation. Every day I do hug or touch my children, kiss them, hug them, touch them, put them on my lap, make some type of physical contact with them, and affirm them. Tell them that I love them. Tell them that they're special. I'm so glad I get to be their dad. I probably overdo it with affection and affirmation, setting them up for some disappointment in the real world, but I'd rather go overboard to instill and cement their sense of value and worth. And so affirmation, affection is something that we make sure every day that we're doing with all three kids. Number two, I highly value communication. Surprise, surprise. So number two would be communication. We communicate. Communicate about feelings, about fears, about hurts and offenses, about expectations and hopes. Talk it out. How's your heart? How did you feel about that? How'd that make you feel? Did what daddy did hurt your feelings? How could daddy do that differently? Lily and I went on a date this week, and I asked her to help me see where I can be a better dad. What does she need more of or less of? These types of conversations. And so communication is key in any relationship, but especially in parenting. And remember, as kids, they're learning to communicate. So they don't communicate the level I do. I can't expect them to. So they don't know how to articulate all their feelings. So I have to learn to be really patient. Sometimes I get frustrated. Just say it, or you're not giving me enough. And I have to let them journey. They'll learn as time goes on to communicate better, but that's huge for us. And then third thing that is probably the most unique that I'm learning over the last several years that Trish and I are both trying to implement is, and you're going to think this makes the top three for you, and I really think it does, and that is self-differentiation. I have to differentiate my sense of self from my children. I am Noah K. Davis is Davis K. Lily is Lily K. It is their life, their journey, their choices, their consequences. My sense of identity cannot be tied up in who they are or who they become. The more I can detach my sense of self from who they are, the healthier they can be and the healthier our relationship can be. So I have to watch that all the time. Don't make me look bad, or, you represent our family, that kind of stuff. We don't say that kind of stuff. You are on your journey. You make your choices, and you will live with the positive and negative consequences of those choices. how it's a daily and constant effort to differentiate my sense of self and how I'm doing as a dad from who they are or who they become. Because I just think it's healthy to marry the two. They, yes, are being raised here and influenced by us, but at the end of the day, we want a high trust relationship where they make choices and they live and bear up with us by their side under the consequences of those choices. So it's your journey, Grayson. It's your journey, Lily. It's your journey, Davis. And mom and dad aren't here to control that. We're here to guide it and model good values and model the kingdom. And so self-differentiation is huge. If I need them to make me have a sense of self-worth, I have a lot of work to do. And so we have to watch that all the time. So that would be the third. So those are 3 ideas about parenting that are on my heart this morning. And happy Father's Day to all of you. And peace be with you all today. Boom.